If you've seen the video, we apologize, and we're back.
We're back. So, welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club. Like and subscribe, in case you forget.
We are discussing Chapter 7 of You Deserve to Be Rich.
Yeah.
By Troy and Rashad, yes. And so this chapter is called Entrepreneurship, and in brackets it has a beautiful struggle. So you did give a bit of your thoughts. I really liked the chapter. I thought it was pretty in line with how I'm feeling right now, trying to break off to entrepreneurship. So it was really helpful. I had a lot of helpful tips.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can remember to highlight them all.
Yeah.
Do you want to start off with the chapter summary, or should I?
No, you can do it.
Okay,
Not
so
just ad-lib.
All right, so it starts off talking about someone by the name of Ibrahim, and what was it?
He had
money to like.
Well, he had a business, or he was working for someone doing tech, and during the COVID, he had a booming salary because everyone needed him. And then shortly after COVID, things slowed down, so they didn't need him anymore. But luckily, he had $100,000 saved, and so he was in a good position to start a business. He was forced to do it because he didn't have any employment. So that's what they started off with.
Yes, and then they had some great questions, some thought-provoking questions for someone who might be considering entrepreneurship. First one is, why do you want to start a business? And they go on about that. The second is determining the right business model.
Yeah.
Obviously different types of businesses that you can start. And then it goes into different models of businesses. Traditional brick and mortar business.
Didn't know what that meant.
Such as a business has a physical location where consumers and supporters go to shop and access goods and services. So examples are nightclubs, restaurants, laundromat, car wash, nail salons, other aesthetic services, or daycare. So that's a brick and mortar. So you actually have to have a
physical location
to do your services. The next one is a virtual goods and services business, e-commerce. So that's kind of like the business that you currently have, which is
water bottles,
sublimation.
Yeah. And that's what most people are emerging, having an e-commerce business. With social media, they even speak about how easy it is now, or easier now than it was before, to have and sustain a business online.
Right. Okay, and then it goes on to a franchise. So different franchises. I mean, just off the top, Taco Bell.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
They just opened up a Shake Shack, yeah?
It just opened up, yeah. So franchises, I guess, I mean, I'm not reading this verbatim, but you have a business model that you're pretty much buying into, I guess?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Setting up a successful business. It gives some information on that. Recognizing the demands of running your own business. It's not easy, obviously. Okay.
Sorry, guys. And again, I have a little one here, so we have some body parts out, not by choice, but by necessity. So
here's two. Okay. Yes. Okay. Trusting yourself obviously is very important, because as an entrepreneur, it's all on you, so you gotta trust somebody.
That is the most important. I think that's like, we need to spend a little time on that, trusting yourself, because how many times have we even said things to people, and it's not even like they mean to put an element of doubt in, but just by like questioning it, it's like, oh wait, can I do it? Like, you really have to have that.
Yeah. So like, I'm assuming you're talking about like people that we may know or have met,
like,
who are too salesy.
Passing. No, just in passing, when we're saying like, oh, we're starting this, and they'll be like, oh, that makes money, and like they just give that element of doubt that if you're not already trusting yourself, it'll be very easy to just say, okay, maybe I should think of something else to do.
Yes.
It's trusting yourself is a key component.
Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of people with their own opinions.
Yeah.
And you have to just trust your own.
Yeah, trust yourself, literally.
Trust yourself. Okay, ensuring there is a value add. So you have to make sure that you're actually adding value to
a community,
whatever it may be,
or consumers.
Yeah,
that's how they kind of think it. So whether you're creating a community by doing this, or you're making sure that the consumers that you're reaching, it's gonna help them in the long run with whatever it is.
So you're not selling sand on a beach kind of thing.
Correct.
Well,
like
unless you can like reframe it or something, but something that adds value.
Yeah.
And I thought this was interesting. They go into Troy's story specifically. Troy is one of the writers, and I didn't know this story, this background story about him. No, I didn't. Well, I know he was a teacher, but
like how he.
But I didn't know
like the steps he took before he
And like you see them, you think they're just so successful that you don't even think about the time where he had to, the sacrifice that they made, and obviously it panned out wonderfully.
So before you move on,
before
you move on, what I really love when they're highlighting Troy's story, is that he, because he's obviously had a part in how his story is being framed. But he put a big emphasis on what his wife thought.
I know.
And I think that is so important. I think Troy, even when watching EYL, he's just so calm and humble and not into the drama. And I feel like even when I read the comments, people say it's because he has a wife.
Yes, it's very important.
And so I just love that they highlight, like, throughout this Troy story segment,
he includes his wife.
Yes, he had to make sure he and his wife were on the same page. They had a limit, an amount that they had to make, or whatever they had to do before he decided to leave his job, what they were comfortable with. Yeah, it was always a they. So I would like that.
Yeah, I like that. Shout out
to for the men
Mrs.
that are reading
Mullings.
Millings. You keep calling him Mullings.
I don't know why, because I knew someone in high school with the last name Mullings. I think that's why.
For the men reading this, consider your wives.
Yeah.
So they go on to his story. And so they're basically saying he's a if you guys didn't know, he was a school teacher prior to, and after work he would spend time with his family, and then from 7 to 12 he was focusing on his business, and he decided to make that transition when he knew that financially it made sense.
Yeah, and so talked about his transition. That was very insightful. Initial expenses and one-time fees. It's talking about when you start your own business, this is what you have to consider.
Yeah.
And I thought that was helpful.
Yeah, before we even go past this, even now, so we have the printing business thing going on, and now I kind of just starting it, and
and then it says, so you want to be an entrepreneur, goes through the first steps of it, working with what you have. They give some about somebody who started a fitness business.
Yeah, and he was working at I don't know, Good Life or one of those things. First had a big clientele, decided to move on, and he then started workouts in the park, so no overhead costs, and he didn't have money for any tools, so he did only hit workouts. So I think
Yeah.
that's genius.
Yeah. So, and then it talks about, which is also really important. Do you have enough, do you have enough business when to transition from your full-time job to full-time entrepreneur? When you know it's time to do that. So, do you have enough business to sustain full-time entrepreneurship? Don't just start something, have one client, and think you could quit your job, kind of thing. I thought that was
Yeah.
obviously pretty obvious, but
You gotta have
still,
a plan.
yeah. Have you established a replacement for your benefits? Great point that I
never
don't
even
think is
thought of
really
that.
considered.
Never even consider that, because benefits is one of those things that excuse me.
They're having a dance party.
For us here in Canada, like at least this benefits is not even something I consider or use that much when I when having it, but I feel like if I didn't have it, I would all of a sudden need everything. Dental care, like use all my benefits. So yeah, you need to have a plan for how you're gonna replace it.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good framework. Also, what is your plan? Having the plan, like you mentioned, why that's important. You don't want to, set yourself up for failure. So you want to make sure you're in optimal position to transition. And then they have in bold here, the key is to set realistic expectations for your business based on the industry and the market. So yeah, just being real. I think when you're an entrepreneur, you have no choice but to be as real as possible, because if you're not real with yourself, you could probably get blown in so many different ways, and it's all on you. So
yeah, and now everything is based on like the little community you build on social media, and people are adapt to the realness of things. So
yeah,
that's your bread and butter there. How people receive you.
there's no right kind of business. So what do you think they meant by that?
There's no right kind of business.
I think they just mean everyone can have a business, but what did we read here? Okay, so just talking about different ways of people, how they've made
Their business work.
These are common mistakes, I believe.
Yeah,
Top
yeah.
three
So
most common mistakes, and want to offer some suggestions to manage them. So first one is not having enough startup capital or cash reserves. So obviously, if you're branching off and if you can't pay your employees, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So just making sure you have enough to
Capital to start.
to
Especially if
sustain
it's something that you need a big startup fee. Not like something that you could do print on demand or drop shipping, not a business like that, but like a business where you need the startup money.
Right.
Not having enough will definitely set you back.
Struggling with management and work-life balance.
Yeah, that is. I think that's something I feel like I'm struggling with now.
Time management.
Yeah. And it was interesting because you had said that Tiana Taylor schedules 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's set up in 5-minute increments
to manage her time, and it's like
I could see why she needs that. There's a lot,
100%.
And there's 5 minutes. You could do a lot in 5 minutes.
And then it's like, but it's like a catch my, not even catch my two. It's like I feel like I don't have enough time to do things, but then I find myself having a lot of idle time, and then it's when I'm in bed, I'm like, okay, tomorrow I need to do X, Y, and Z. It's just, I don't know. It's a cycle.
Yeah. Refusing or being unable to ask for help. I mean, help is so important. You can't go alone. So yeah, you have to be able to ask for help. I'm still working on that myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Talks about this was also interesting. You don't have to start a business to change the world, but they go on to say that you don't have that. Doesn't necessarily have to be your intention, but you should try to add value to people and the world if you can.
Yeah. And that could just even go as far as not being a bad sales, but like a business person. Like,
Yeah.
don't try and scam people.
Yeah, being honest.
Yeah, being honest.
Okay. Content creators. So what is this? A wide variety of careers and positions allow people to tap into natural talent and interests and being paid to do so.
Yeah.
They include content creators, behind the scenes content creators, online businesses, new age media creators, the team that comes with that.
Sorry, so before you think, content creation is such a difficult job, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as people think.
Yeah, definitely.
It's, oh my gosh, I can't even, I'm a content creator now, guys, okay? I
Yeah.
post every day.
She
I need to
does,
make a
Anna.
post now. It's only been a week or a week and a half.
And how has it served you so far?
I mean, I think I got 1 new follower or 2.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome.
Actually. And one not random person, actual customers, because I have my own family and friends that are commenting on my videos. But I had one previous customer who actually wrote on my page as well. So the engagement is getting up there.
Nice.
Okay. Sorry, quickly before we think, my niece is reminding us to say like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
It's about time.
Yeah, so
Yes, it's
also I have a question for you. So this new age media, how do you feel about it?
What does that mean?
So like people social media news, sorry. Replacing
Oh,
your
yeah, it totally does.
standard news outlets as we knew it to be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I
How do you
stopped watching
like
the
about it?
news. I like it, but at the same time, it's like you're probably not getting the full picture of what's going on. Maybe that's a good thing too.
But do you think
I
you're
don't know.
getting the full picture when it was on NBC?
Yeah, either I wasn't getting no.
CNN?
So this is probably better. The people who are just there ranting and raving. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Everyone wants realness. We don't really want scripts of what someone told you to say. So
Yeah. It's interesting, and I feel with this, we're getting like stories that you would never see online
yeah.
that are happening.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, so it is definitely, I think there was a gap that was needed. And all those big outlets are owned by the same, like, I think they're all funded the same. So the agenda that they put out has to be relatively the same.
Yeah.
So I approve of it.
Okay. Yeah, and then it goes into more tax information, retirement plans. Some of this stuff wasn't really relatable to us because we're Canadian. Like some things like the 401k plan. I believe that's like your Canada pension plan equivalent to that.
Yeah, I think so. But they did say have a retirement plan. Like if you're an entrepreneur, put away 10% each, however you get paid for your retirement. I thought that was good.
And it talks about being having your own business, how it's pretty much mandatory to have digital marketing.
Yeah.
Number 1, a website, social media accounts, communication, touch points, engaging, with them.
And what they said is how much percent of
Oh
millennials?
my gosh, no, I have to read that again. Thank you for... Okay, so social media accounts. I'll just read this one that I was shocked. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. In addition to your website, your business will need a social media presence. Currently, 60% of the world's population use social media, spending an average of 2.5 hours daily on various apps and sites. Among millennials and younger generations, the percentage increased to 80%. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood that. I thought it was saying they spent 80.
What?
Okay, anyways, yeah, that's a lot.
A lot of people on social media.
Yeah.
And I know even for myself, I find myself just doing nothing. looking when I could be doing something important. So I know people are on social media like crazy.
Yeah.
That you need a social media presence.
Okay, it talks about different avenues you can take when on social media: affiliate marketing, community building, cross promotion. A word about tax strategies, talks about tax strategies. Different points like charitable donations, continuing education, employee salaries and benefits, all of these things with related to tax. I wish I knew more about taxes, so that's helpful, but it's not equivalent to our tax system, so it's a little bit different. You eat what you kill. Oh man, I love that. I wish I could live like that. I think you want to expand on that?
Yeah, what they're talking about here is like the hardest part of being an entrepreneur is like whatever business you bring in is the finances that you're receiving, as opposed to having a 9 to 5 where you know you're getting a set salary. But when you're an entrepreneur, it's your efforts that will determine how much money you're making.
Yeah.
For the month, and it's just hard to gauge it. Yeah.
So steps for a full plate: keep your composure, act in real time, execute your plan, identify and hire talented people.
Yeah. And you know what? We're at the end of the chapter, but EYL, they have a mantra that they said in this chapter that I think is just like, I love it. It says, if you have one income is close to no income.
Yeah.
Very true. People with one income, I don't know what the statistics is, but I know majority of Canadians, and not even just Canadians, I think Americans as well, are living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know what the statistics are, but I know it's a high number. So what they're saying is one paycheck is very close to having no paycheck. So you need to have more than one source of income.
Definitely.
So
that's I think that's it. That's it for this chapter. That's entrepreneurship. Very good chapter. I thought it was pretty helpful, especially if you're looking to be an entrepreneur. It was a long chapter, but a lot of great information.
So what's your takeaway? Like, what's something you want to implement, or?
I think there was so much, but the main thing that's just mostly about like the social media and how important it is. It's not really something I'm big on at all. So yeah, that's interesting. Something I definitely need to
start creating. Yeah. It does not come natural to us. Even us doing this online thing, for people that know us, is such a foreign, like far-fetched idea for us. So we're stepping out. And yeah, for me, with having the little online business, I need to, it just stresses how important social media is and a website is. So I need to get that going. And once I have the website, I will be linking it, guys. So
yeah. All right. So next week is going to be chapter 8, love and money. That'll be interesting. I wonder what that's going to be about. I don't know what that's going to be about. So love and money. We'll see what that's about. All right. Thanks for watching. See you.
Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.